Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stay at Work Home. This is not Becky, but I am still Keith. This is my son, Trace. Say hi, Trace. Say it. Say it. There you go. I like that. So we're going to do something tonight, which is tomorrow, this morning, whenever we drop this. We're going to talk about favorite things because apparently my wife, who came up with this idea, is confused between Christmas and the Sound of Music. And she thinks that on Christmas you talk about a few of your favorite things. So we're going to give each kid two. Trace, what are your favorite things?
My favorite things...
Only two.
One of my favorite things is reading and listening to books. And my favorite book series is 100 Cupboards by N.D. Wilson. And my favorite book is The Chestnut King, also by N.D. Wilson, and also from the 100 Cupboards series.
That's a series. Okay. That was one. It's another.
And my favorite thing is birds. And my favorite bird is a peregrine falcon.
Oh, no.
Peregrine falcon.
You don't have any of those.
No, I don't. I have chickens, but peregrine falcons are cooler.
I bet they would kill a chicken. They were hungry. Yeah. Kind of small, though.
But they can break its back.
That's true. And then they could eat it after they kill it.
And the reason I like those are because they can go 242 miles an hour.
But who's counting?
What?
But who's counting?
What do you mean?
It's a euphemism. Don't worry about it. Well, thank you, Trace. Do you have anything else to say? Apart from Merry Christmas?
No.
Nope, that's it. Okay, this is Mercy Faye. Mercy Faye, can you tell me two of your favorite things?
Bunkie building and staining the bunkie and pop colors. It's kind of coloring. I kind of do the fairy tale set.
You do the fairy tale set?
This one's them that I did today.
We did not pay her to say this. Nobody paid her to say this.
And that's it.
That's it. You can get your bunkie at heartlandbunkies.com too. And painting.
Drawing.
You like to paint things, stain things, color things, make things beautiful. Draw. That's awesome. What would you like to tell everybody?
Christmas.
Say it loud.
Christmas.
Woohoo! What else?
And the Happy New Year.
I like it. Not dramatic at all. Here we go. High five. All right. All right. Who's next? Hello, Bob. This is Bob William Robert. High speed. What do we call you? Bucktooth bobblehead, high speed combat wombat. What's two of your favorite things? Talk loud. Come here. Come over here.
Favorite things. Riding horses and building gingerbread houses.
How many times have you ridden horse this year?
How many horses I've rode? 4.
We counted it earlier. I think you've ridden 4 plus 2, which makes 6.
Yeah, so 6.
How many gingerbread houses have you built this year? 1?
Yep.
It's been built?
Christmas.
No, you haven't built any gingerbread houses this year, but you're about to, and that's good. It's ready to build. Cool.
Make it crunchy.
So it's strong. Hard and strong like you, huh? Muy fuerte. Sí. Don't burst the blood vessel. Okay. Awesome. Who's next? Martin, come on over, buddy. Run. Run. Come on. You only get 2. That's the deal. It's 2 of your favorite. These are 2 of my favorite things. Talk loud.
2 of my favorite things are machines and outdoor family activities. Anything.
What kind of machines?
Well, any.
I believe
I'd
that.
be interested in figuring out how a dishwasher.
And if you're interested in figuring out how a dishwasher works, you're probably very interested in how a fighter jet works, or a tank,
Yes,
or a saw,
which I also like.
a coffee roaster,
Yeah,
uh,
RC car.
a spaceship, RC car, an Argo. He loves Argos. He's never seen one in person,
And try.
but he wants to have one. And one day, when
I
he
will
has his own money, he can buy one, I guess.
start building stuff like it. At least I'll try.
What's that? Have you lost your mind?
I do really want to live on one thing.
What's that?
Reading.
Reading. He likes reading. What books do you like?
I don't know really how to explain it at like the genre, but I like,
I think it's science fiction.
I guess.
Time travel and spaceships and submarines and monsters. Fantasy science fiction.
I guess fantasy science fiction.
Yeah. Have you been enjoying that Hideous Strength? Little.
Yes and no,
Yes and
because
no. Yeah.
I don't understand a lot of it.
It's the third book in the Space Trilogy by C.S. Lewis, which is pretty deep.
Is it the last book?
Yeah, third and last of a trilogy is usually the third. Cool. What do you want to tell everybody?
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and God bless us, one and all. And we have a little cough. Hope you get better, buddy. Thanks for coming on the show. Try not to die. All right. All right. I got another one. Gracie girl. What's going on?
Well, I'm sitting here.
Indeed. What are two of your favorite things?
Well, two of my favorite things are art and horses.
Cool.
And art is a very broad category. And in it, I like to do drawing and painting, but I also really like music. So,
Have you listened to the podcast from last week with Gregory Wilbur?
Nope.
You
Just
should.
a little clip.
Because it talks about art and artisan, being an artisan, being a maker. Kind of everything is art, everything is work. Don't have to separate the two. Is that how you feel about it?
Kind of.
Kind of. I think so. Well, what about horses? What kind of horsing have you done this year?
Well, to begin with, I've been riding them, of course. But I also me and my brother bought and sold a horse, June, and we made more money than Dad did off his adventure.
The key is don't ride the horse yourself in the auction ring. Well, let your kids ride it. Works out a lot better. Brings more money.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to say besides for Merry Christmas? Anything profound thoughts this year?
Would extraterrestrial life have the same cell structure as terrestrial life?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I like Merry Christmas better.
Merry Christmas!
And now we have Annika because she finally got home from work. I'm not bitter.
He's better.
What are two of your favorite things, Annika?
Anne of Green Gables series and the Over the Garden Wall TV show.
What is the Over the Garden Wall TV show?
I don't have time for that.
It is a really hard thing to explain.
It's a fever dream. It's wonderful. It's random. It's hilarious.
I like it. Well, that was very short. Hey, Mercy, you have to get off the table.
I forgot one of my favorite things, though.
What?
Mercy.
Mercy's one of your. Come here, Mercy. You can be
Yucky.
one of Annika's favorite things. You changed shirts.
I'm in pajamas now.
Oh, okay. There we go.
If it's too short, we can spend the rest of the time.
No, that's not one of my favorite things.
Go get
So, Becky,
Yes.
what are some of your two
Me
of your
too?
favorite things? Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that was a qualifier. I wouldn't
could
know.
be categories.
Man,
So you could say
like
books, and you could list
books
some
and
books.
family. Like, how
Okay.
hokey is that?
Okay, so what do you put under the books heading?
Under the book setting, there are very few that I can. Well, there are lots actually, not few.
There are a few you can
Many.
leave off the long list.
There are too many days and too many hours to read all of the books that we want to read. Favorite books of all time: Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom.
Okay.
That's right there, top of the charts. Another one is actually Infidel by Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Really, really enjoyed that memoir, and just an intriguing life and story of overcoming. And then The Horse and His Boy is my top favorite fiction, children's fiction. Just love it. Anyway, it's a wonderful book.
It is.
The whole series is great, but if I had to pick just one, I think that one's the one that feels the most endearing to me. So, what about family? Can I tell you my favorite family? I mean,
I understand.
I know, like that was kind of a weird thing. Like I'd say the favorites inside the favorites.
Okay, but you could just go activity aspects,
I could.
things to do.
But my
Things
little
we
family,
do.
my little family that is not so little with all these little people, I love doing things that are not rushed and that are sometimes just for the pleasure of doing them, hiking, or like there's not anything you're really trying to accomplish going out together to hike, or skiing, which is entertainment, right? I mean, it's active entertainment, but it's entertainment. So I love my little family, but also I talk all the time to, like, I don't know, people who hear that I have 9 siblings, which I do in fact have 9 siblings, and they are the people that I wish I could be with the most outside my own little family. I get to be with you all the time, but I just got to be with my family, all but 3 of my siblings, and it was a really good time.
It was a good time.
And it's especially fun now that most of us have, well, everybody will have children by the end of the summer.
How many grandchildren were there?
Oh boy, we did a count. Okay, so there are 23 grandchildren and 4 weren't there. So 19 were there.
No.
Yeah.
And I think all but
all but
2 or 3.
3 of
All
them
but 3?
spent the night. Mm-hmm.
And all but 3. Well,
What were you going to say?
and even amongst the ones that were, all of them were there and weren't there. Like
For extended
all but
period.
3 of them are in classical conversations.
Yes, that's true. There are a lot of them
Or will be
that
shortly.
homeschool with us, and so we speak the same language. But there's something, so I'm the big sister, and I'm the one that had kids first and all of that. So there's something really mother henish about wanting to take care of all of my nieces and nephews too. Not that I can really take care of them, but they just, I think it's a hint of what grandparenting will be like. Maybe a pinch.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're going to turn the tables, Mr. Phillips.
Oh no.
What are 2 and only 2 of your favorite things?
That's really hard.
Yeah, see? It's a mean question.
Well, I like it when we work as a family. Obviously. I've liked all the things, the physical like structures that we've built. And in the wintertime, let me just go in the wintertime.
Okay. Favorite things in the wintertime?
Yep. I like splitting wood with the boys and sometimes the girls too. Hauling the wood, lighting the wood on fire in the wood stove, getting it going. I will sit
What
there
about lighting
all day
fires
long.
in places they shouldn't go?
That's not one of my favorite things.
Okay. We've talked about that before. We
But
tried
it happens.
Yeah.
What else?
What
So
else?
that's basically all the. That's all the. Well, those building stuff and building fires and cutting wood and stuff in the wintertime. Well, like, yeah, huddle around the fire. There's got to be the work and the rest, and that imbalance makes a really, really good day.
That
The reading books. So like we've been listening as a family together to That Hideous Strength by C.S. Lewis, the last book of the space trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really good.
It is. We're itching actually to get back to it.
Yes,
when
there's not much left.
everybody's here, but we do enjoy that. So Christmas time, how is that favorite? How does that encompass our favorites? Does it encompass any of our favorites?
It's a time of reflection on what
Yes.
we've done, and we're looking forward to things, and this year's no different than that. Or in that respect,
Mm-hmm.
there's been a lot of like kind of look back and go, okay, what worked, what didn't, and next year, what are we going to try that may or may not work? What are we looking forward to? Yeah, Christmas, and then there's people. So you're reflecting and valuing, figuring out what your scale is that you're working with, that you're actually measuring the goodness of certain things off of.
I think mamas get the brunt of the work on like the Christmassy-ness of
Because they care.
because we care.
I do care.
You do.
It's just that I don't care about.
You don't want to work for that. You don't want to work to make Christmassy feel special.
I'm not gifty.
Yes.
Like I can make Christmas
not
feel
just gifty,
special
though.
by mixing a few liquids and turning on Frank Sinatra. Like that. Oh, and we have a Christmas tree. That's behind us.
It's true.
If you're watching
And
this
you
on
like to
video.
go cut down Christmas trees.
We did that this year. Third
Third year.
year, we've gone and cut down our own Christmas tree in the National Forest. You can get a $5 Christmas tree cutting permit.
Plus $2.50 processing fee.
If
Anyway.
you do it online.
You can only do it
You can
online.
only do it online.
Anyway, I know, kind of funny, isn't it? So a $7.50 Christmas tree is still way cheaper, but I will say
It's kind of
it
shabby.
is currently
but
being propped up by or held down by bricks, and it will
It's hard
probably
to balance.
It will probably fall down before it's taken down. Just guessing. So, but what I was going to say though about moms holding the brunt of it, one of the moms have lots of work all the time, and it's that joy in the mundane that's so hard. But something about Christmas and like doing the work at Christmas, it's there's this what's at the forefront of our minds is making our people happy. Like in a regular day, it's just getting through. I know it probably should be otherwise, but in a normal season and everything other than really holidays and a birthday, there's just a sense of work is to be done to survive, right? Shouldn't always, but there's that
Mm-hmm.
guttural feeling. But Christmas like shifts the mood, and it's sensory. Like there's a lot of smells and sounds and sights. I love white Christmas lights. I'm not super decoraty, but I love seeing white Christmas lights. I love Christmas music. I do love Christmassy smelling candles. As a matter of fact, my favorite candle is mulled cider. And that's very much a Christmassy season candle and smell,
Yeah.
but I have it all year round. So there's a lot of things that like just point to
So it's a time
bringing
of
joy
year,
to others. And it costs something though. It costs a lot.
does.
It costs a lot of thought and a lot of orchestration. The more people you have to care for, even if you're not doing a lot, like we don't spend a ton of money.
No.
We are not super gifty in the worldly sense. We do give gifts to
I'm
our
not
children.
at all gifty.
He's not at all. I'm like a 4 and they're almost all practical. But it's a thing that the thinking is actually the hard part. And every mom would agree. Like that's the hard part. It's not the buying of the thing. It's the thinking of what to do. That does make that person feel, a little extra level of love. But what's interesting is the amount of rest that comes with it. It's restful work because it's work that's pointed towards service really. And it's with the heart desiring to make others' lives better. And I mean, I think that's kind of a lesson in some sense, that shifts my willingness to do work joyfully
Yeah.
because I have an intent to please the people I love.
And maybe, or we don't come into conflict on this because we do come into conflict with it on the gift stuff. Because I'm just like, nobody needs anything. Stop buying gifts.
But he actually wants me to
Yeah.
give them new socks for Christmas because they need
Bah,
socks. So put it
humbug.
in a box.
Well, that's a great gift.
That's
But
an idea.
no, I think like the time and effort that goes into just, the little bit of decoration or the inviting of people over, to be together, and it is a time to stop working and feast. It's a time to stop working and celebrate, and devote time to just things that are good and true and beautiful for their own sake. And that's something that doesn't have to be just at Christmas, but it also can't be all the time.
Right. And it's nice that in the rhythm of our calendar, whether we think about, there's all kinds of this and that goes with holidays, but in our calendar, it's in the way God gives us seasons where things are always changing, but they're always the same things that come back around, right? Always changing, but always the same. Seasons, fire, those things, water, running water. But the seasons are a gift to us, in that God doesn't really give us the opportunity to get bored, and he gives us opportunities to be extra mindful of the things that bring us the most joy, which, we do reflect more on his greatest gift then. So
The middle of summer and the dead of winter are really good times to be inside.
if your air conditioning works
If your
well.
air conditioning works.
If not, just skip summer.
Or just get in the shade in the summer,
Yeah.
And that's generally how things are. Like, things are growing and the harvest is coming later. Your planting is done. Hay kind of breaks that. If you make hay, that kind of breaks that cycle. But generally speaking, you're kind of at a lull. You might fix some things that are broken, but a lot of your equipment's not being used this time of year. And you're getting a break. So yeah, the civilizations all over have kind of had that winter summer break because of agriculture. And but the weather itself, even to our bodies, kind of tells us to do that too. So anyway, yeah, creation's great. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
We'll see you guys soon. Next episode will be Dr. George Grant, and it's epic. Just be on the lookout. Huh?
Skipping a week.
No, we're not skipping. Yes, we are. Never mind. 2 weeks is going to be Dr. George Grant. Next week's, I'm not exactly sure what next week's going to be, but I got some ideas.
Keep you on the edge of your seat.
But after that, yeah, start looking out for some sweet reels, like little shorts that are going to be advertised in the Dr. Grant's episode. And if you haven't already, go back and check out Gregory Wilbur's episode, which is the one previous to this one, which frankly not enough people have looked at. If you haven't looked at it, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, listen to it. It's definitely worth your time. It will probably not make you do what Mercy's doing with her head right now, but it'll make you happy, and it'll make you think, and it will build you up.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
This episode of the Stay at Work Home is brought to you by HeartlandBunkies.com. Come check out our full line of small cabin kits that can be easily assembled by a few friends or family in just a weekend for extra space for meaningful connection, or extra income, or a home office, a homeschool room, or whatever.